Stadium. What a scene this is. A veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, the Razorback head coach told me pregame his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Vols ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arkansas's offense will come out first. We'll be seeing plenty of this guy, Sutton Smith. He sliced through defenders last time out, more than 200 yards, and scored 3 times in their victory. Straight ahead, it's Smith. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Still on his feet at the 35. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the counter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick give. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Volunteers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker for the Vols, and they're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt.
They find those guys with speed, right? And they create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it. This is a run-first offense, and I love the way they do it. But developing that chemistry out wide, finding their new guys. They found them a year ago quickly. They stepped up. They made plays. Who's going to be their playmakers this season?
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jackson will throw. Out wide left, it's Smith. Turning it on! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Razorbacks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on first down. In traffic, it's Hawkins. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They're all over him. Complete in the middle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Vols are in the hurry-up.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They give it back to him. Spins away from the defender. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done. And they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. The run inside. It's Bishop. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unleashes one deep. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quick give. It's Smith. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Jackson gonna throw it. Left side is Smith. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Burrowing for yardage. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, it's Smith. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Push is ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson will throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Now on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He wants to take the top off. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Out wide left, it's Smith. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Here's some daylight. Past the 6. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas in that beautiful...
Makes the catch, and he's free. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connect. And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. They marched 72 yards, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, I can see a lot of offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Finds the tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the heat. Left side is Staley. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The Volunteers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone, it's Bishop. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw, time running short in the half. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. What a catch in the end zone for 6.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Hits inside, it's Smith. Enough to move the chains. Well, so much for running out the clock. You get a huge play like that, and you're set up maybe to put points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Jackson gonna throw it. Release to the back. All by himself. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running inside, it's Bishop. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the #1 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Sooners, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. From deep, it's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with Tennessee's head coach coming out of the locker room. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. Grabs it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Razorbacks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Davis. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Long way to go on second down. Straight ahead, it's Bishop. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll ride him again. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Heaves it deep. Hauls it in down the sideline. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Staley. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The run inside. It's Bishop. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Down he goes. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Matthews. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The Vols, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They give him the rock again on second and goal. Defense all over him.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Smith. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Defense might bring the house here. Oh, pressure's coming. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Got a man, it's Staley. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going long. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Left side is Matthews. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick give. It's Bishop. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to slam in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the point after is good. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Razorback sideline, this offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Caught, and he's got room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking downfield, it's Hill. Caught. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.